talk about Nashville. You know, I used to live up next to Nashville, and I used to go in there just about every day and hang out with people that I know in country music. And, you know, and I was thinking about doing a show today about doing a show about country music. I remember country music when I was even 15-year-old. And Elvis, I remember Elvis, you know, he come out of a Church of God. He learned his moves, Wade would sing, and he remembers the Church of God. And most country singers come from a church. I mean, you take Dolly Parton, she's raised up in the hills, and she used to go to church and sing in church. Most all of them, when they used to, whether they're from Ohio, from Florida, wherever they are from, they used to go to basically a Pentecostal or a Baptist church, and they sung and played the piano, like Jerry Lee, all the guys back in the days when I was young. George Jones, I don't know about George, but I know that him and Ernest Tubb and all of them. Ernest Tubb was a friend of mine back in the day, and so, you know, and of course, I mean, we all know about Hee Haw. Sam Lavella used to have the shows Hee Haw and have all the country singers on there. Roy Clark and Buck Owens, you know, back in the good days when things weren't as crazy as they are today. Now, we have some good country singers today. I like country songs that tell the story about the marriage or whatever. But the history of country music started back in the 20s, back in 25. And we got some people that are coming from different states, different communities, doing, shows. And, I got some history right here, but we had a guest supposed to be on tomorrow, but it kind of got me thrown off. But back in the 20s, back in 1925, they started Grand Ole Opry. We had the Grand Ole Opry, and I used to Eddie Rabbitt. Eddie Rabbitt was a good friend of mine. When he was doing the videos, we done a video together. Wonder, he remaked Wonder. Of course, Eddie Rabbitt, he wrote songs for Elvis Presley. And he wrote songs for the song for Every Wave But Loose, with Clint Eastwood. And I mean, there's so many out there that are going on now, and we still have their voice. Roy Acuff, I love Roy Acuff. He played the songs, and I, on our television shows, I mean, we have on our YouTube channel, we have a lot of country music, the old country. Charlie Pride, I love Charlie Pride. So many of them out there that have gone on, and Hank Williams, Senior, great singer, great songwriter. Sad that he died I think he died at 27-year-old. And of course, I remember people like Roy Acuff, the Cannonball, when he used to sing that song, a Robash Cannonball. And there's songs, gospel songs, these guys would sing. Take Time Out for Jesus. That is a song that I listened to with Charlie Pride. I still listen to Charlie Pride. I love the way he sang a song, Kiss an Angel, Good Morning. I mean, just tons and tons of songs. I wouldn't live in New York City if I could own the whole dang town with Buck Owens. I mean, just on and on, man. And we got singers that have left us. Willie Jennings, Willie Nelson. Willie, when he started out, Nashville kind of rejected him as a a singer and a songwriter, and he went out on his own, and you see where Willie is today, old. He's still with us. Thank God he sang that song that he just come out running with his friends, and we play that on our YouTube channel and our Talkin Live channel and Roku. We play a lot of the oldies on there. Everybody loves the old songs, real country music. Now, real country music is telling the story going on about different things that's happened in life. Like Dolly, she wrote a lot of songs about how that life was and living back in the hills and all that kind of stuff. And, they all wrote songs, and we got people like, back in 2012, that's what that Georgia-Florida line, that two guys that sang the songs, they were great singers and still are. Hank Williams Jr., man, he sang some songs. I could just think of tons of them. And I always liked Roy Clark in some songs, but that wasn't too much. I liked Buck Owens singing. He was a great singer. Got a tiger by the tail. Just all kinds of songs, man. And that boosts you up. And I really love that song, Buck song. I wouldn't live in New York City. All the people in New York got all bent out of shape when that song come out. And there's a lot of songs that come out that people just get all bent out of shape. It hurts their feelings because maybe that song is the truth, about things. And there goes that I hate that tie. I hate that tie. I'm going to stop wearing the tie. I'm going to get me one of those strings with a little... Yeah. I don't know. I just can't win with a tie. Maybe it's because I don't like them. Maybe that's why it moves around so much. But we can go on. And, you remember Ralph Emery. You guys remember Ralph Emery? Oh, man, he used to have a show, and he'd talk to singers, and, we would invite, and Bill Anderson, you remember those guys? Oh, Bill's still around for it. I know, of course, Ralph, he passed away. WS, what is that? WSW, that's it, WFM. Constantly, on that. Ralph did in the Grand Ole Opry, down on Broadway, that old place where everybody got started, just about it, where they got on stage and made their debut, and like Loretta Lynn. I know Loretta's sister, but I never know Loretta. And there's some of the people that I met. I know back in the day, I worked with Dolly Parton's brother-in-laws, and as you know, her husband was in the construction business, and his brothers, of course, went on to do what they do after he met Dolly. Got away from that, and actually, I sold them a paving machine up in Nashville when I was working in Nashville. I used to be in the tree business. We used to go to Nashville and do tree work, but always the country music was always there. And as they started building country music back in the 20s, and it growed and it growed, it became something that people really loved. And people today that love the old songs like George Jones, Who's Gonna Fill My Shoes? And that was a great song, because we see imitators. They imitate Elvis Presley, but you cannot be like Elvis. You can never be like Elvis, because Elvis was one of a kind. George Jones was one of a kind. All of them are one of a kind. And course, I know a lot of them sang their songs that that each other wrote. You know, I Always Love You, Dolly Parton wrote it, and Whitney Houston, she made a great song out of it. I listened to that Whitney. I met Whitney Houston down in Atlanta, Buckhead. Of course, Bobby Brown. I love to hear certain songs that Whitney sang, and that was one of my good songs to me. It was a good song by Dolly Parton, and she had wrote. I understand Dolly wouldn't sell that song to Elvis Presley. He wanted to get it, and she refused to. And oh yeah, Dolly, she's got all that stuff going, cheesecakes. I mean, she's selling all kind of stuff now. She's always looking for something to make $1.
She's got a good line of frozen dinners. They're good. A lot of real ingredients, and they taste pretty good.
Yeah, and no, I like some of her products. I like. I'm a cheesecake person. I love cheesecake. She's got a cheesecake that comes out. It's come out, and I bought one of those. And you know, there's a lot of stuff that she is putting out today. Everybody would enjoy. Now, I don't know if everybody knows it. As far as I know, the word is Dolly. She owns part of country. What is that? Country Buffet. You know, she owns a lot of restaurants. She owns, and there's just tons of things she's involved with. One time I went to Gatlinburg, Dollywood. I went over to see her. Her manager took care of all the stuff like that. That's before she got so big. She's pretty big then. She had Dollywood and all that. And I had a hillbilly water, and I tried to get her interested in it. Hillbilly cheese, hillbilly chili, hillbilly, you know. And she just wasn't interested at the time. And I Cracker Barrel, you know, that was what I'm trying to say she owns part of. And of course, they, you know, everybody that sings country music, a lot of times they'll take and invest in other things, you know. I mean, there's a lot of them got different, you know, clubs and stuff like that to invest in. I don't, I used to go to a lot of them, but I don't mess with them more. But a lot of them still, people go to clubs. I guess my religion. But, you know, I remember Bill Anderson. They call him Whispering Bill. He used to do a show. Jim L. Brown. That's when one day I got an email when the email was, somehow I got in contact with him, and they had this thing, You Can Be a Star or something like that, come out. My ex-wife, she went up there and sung. They loved it, but it just didn't go right or something other. But anyway, I remember all the days in Nashville on Church Street. My ex-wife, she recorded a song over on Church Street, and back then it was $300 for a 45. And they furnished the song. Actually, the song belongs to me and her. It was called I'm Gonna Take My Broken Heart. And Mama, Can We Go to Church Today? You can hear that song on YouTube.
Tell us some more about Bill Anderson, because I see he's considered one of the founding people of country music, but I am not familiar with that name.
Well, Bill Anderson, they call him Whispering Bill. And he worked with people like Roy Acuff and all the people like that. Of course, he worked with all the stars, you know. And I had a friend up there, his name was Larry Lee, and he promoted songs. He would, what he would do, it was at Buddy Lee Entertainment. I don't know if everybody remembers Buddy Lee. He managed Hulk Hogan at one time. He done a lot of stuff, books, shows for Hulk Hogan. He had a place. He used to take me up to his office. He had a office upstairs, man. He had a gold bar. And he would work with all the singers. And Willie Nelson, he worked kind of like a talent agency. And they're the one that come to me and told me I had to look to do stuff. And I started going out and doing little stuff. I had an office called Country Copyright or something like that. Herman's Country. We did copyrights for singers back then. And there's Neil James up there. He was in that office. I can't think of all the people that was there. There's tons of them that would come in the office there. And as far as Bill Anderson, I mean, he worked with the Hee Haw. He was on Hee Haw. I mean, a lot of those people have passed away. String Bean, the twins. I mean, just tons. I used to go up to see Sam Lavelle a lot. And he said, "Oh, come on in tomorrow." The guard, he'd call him. He'd just say, "Come on in tomorrow." And I'd go out and hang out with him a while. You know, he's producer of Hee Haw. A great man. I miss that guy. The last time I talked to him was in California where he lived. He was having the issue with the heart trouble. And, of course, right on after that, he died. His wife was having health problems. He had a condo over in Nashville. And he'd give me all his numbers, his address, and tell me, you know, but that's been a while back. And but Sam was a great guy. He had respect for hillbillies. He loved hillbillies. So I was about to get on Hee Haw at the time. They told me that they was going to put me on it, but they canceled it. So after 25 years of having country singers on there, Bill Monroe, I mean, just all kinds of singers on their shows. I mean, just Carter family. I mean, just tons of people on there that were playing music and on there. And I love the banjo, man. I love that banjo. And you know that Roy Clark, man, he could play just anything, man. I love to hear Roy Clark play his banjos and all those stuffs like that. Buck Owens, you know, he used to have the Buckaroos. They used to come over here a lot, the Buckaroos, and play with, of course, one of them got, the lead guy, he got killed on a motorcycle. The Bucks lead guy. I remember that. And, you know, I remember the day Elvis Presley died. I was riding down the road and it had come over the news. I was listening to the radio that Elvis had passed away. And I was always an Elvis fan. Man, I used to go Viva Las Vegas, you know, Kissing Cousins, all them songs. And see, Elvis was a kind of guy that could go, I mean, he could go country, pop, or anything. He was the kind of guy. I mean, we got guys like that. I know a guy down that's African American. He can imitate just about all kinds of singers down in Atlanta.
One interesting fact about Elvis is he never played the Grand Ole Opry.
Yeah.
I thought that was odd. I wonder what the backstory is.
And the problem with him playing that was because he was, back in those days, they thought what he did, the way he moved was, like, you know, they didn't want him on there. Supposedly, that's my opinion. I don't mean it's true. Yeah, I mean, the schools, they didn't want to play his songs back in the day. They didn't want him to, you know, be around children. They thought he was a bad influence now on children. Now you look around today and you talk about bad influence. There's some bad. Elvis was an angel playing music compared to the people that are doing that now. You know, people are getting from country into more into other stuff that's not country. They call themselves a country singer, but they're not. Now Elvis was Heinz 57 kinds. He could play it all. I mean, he could be what he wanted to be. He could be African American, whatever. African American people loved Elvis too. I mean, they always loved him. And I tell you, a lot of people like Ray Charles. Man, he was a great one too. I'm talking about great singers. Jerry Lee, he was a great singer, for what he done. At the end of the road, he felt like he let God down. I think he went away from stuff and got into trying to play gospel music. At one time, I was invited to his show. Didn't get a chance to go by one of his friends. I just kind of have it running into people like that. I mean, Ernest Tubb, he got a lot of people started in the business. I don't know, a lot of you wouldn't know who Ernest Tubb was, but
most anybody that's visited Nashville will recognize the record store that's still there on Broadway.
Yeah, but that was sold out a long time ago. I used to go there. Oh, yeah, that's been sold out for years. Roy Acuff, he had a hotel up there like on Nashville. His son, his son had that hotel. He took it over, after his dad died. And the White Speckled Bird, he used to sing that song, Roy Acuff, and there was just so many of them that would sing songs. I'd like to get on, maybe the history of each singer, I like to do shows because I know a lot of them that went in the wrong direction. The problem with getting too big, you forget where you come from. If you don't forget where you come from, a song, what Ernest Tubb told me, Jeff, he told me, he said, there's a lot of people can sing, but there's only one or two people can write the hit song. That's what he told me.
Yeah. Because you go up and down Broadway, you think, why aren't these people recording? These people all sound amazing everywhere you go.
Yeah, but they're not. It's kind of like they're not chosen. They're not for that. I mean, they're not. If some make it, less make it than more. I mean, there's just a few that, like George Jones sung that song, "Who's going to fill my shoes?" I mean, he detailed the people. Who's going to fill your shoes? It's like you and me, our talent, what we do. Nobody can fill our shoes. And we got Elvis, George Jones, and all those. Nobody can fill their shoes because they was one of a kind. See, we all are one of a kind. I mean, I got a mouth for gab. I'm not too good looking now, so I didn't get nothing on that. I didn't win a prize on that, but I'm good at gab. That's how I learned to talk to people and not be afraid, not to be scared or nothing like that, or not feel low. I don't feel low if I could talk to Donald Trump. I could tell him a lot of stuff he could do and make things a little better, but make him look a little better. But I don't fear nobody I talk to. I don't get nervous. I don't. Everybody's like a friend to me, I guess you might say. Like I would talk to anybody. Or like if I meet you on the street, don't matter how rich I am, how famous I am, I talk to you just like I would anybody else, and I treat you with respect. That's me. And every country singer that ever met me personally always liked me. Maybe some of them thought I was pretty in them. I don't know. Maybe got mad at me, didn't like me, but very few did. When I was in Nashville, on Music Row when I had my own publishing company. I met a lot of people. And Conway, Twitty, I could talk about Conway. I went up to his place, talking to him about a business deal. I could talk about a lot of stuff that I have done in Nashville. Sad to say, I used to go up there and get drunk and dance until I couldn't hold up. But I don't do that anymore. I think it's wrong to do. But I'm just talking about people in Nashville are the people that you may imitate them, but you'll never be that good. God bless you.
The views and opinions expressed on all Talkin Live Show presentations are those of the host and their guests, and not necessarily those of the staff or management of the Talkin Live TV Broadcast Studio, EPB Fiber Optics, or by this network or its management.
Hello, welcome to Pumpkin Canine Fashions. I have paw-picked my new line of dog beds. Each one delivers bold, stylish looks that make your pup stand out from the pack. With thoughtfully designed apparel and accessories, my people bring personality and flair to every tail wag. Go ahead, treat your pup to one today. Order now at pumpkincaninefashion.com. That's pumpkincaninefashion.com.
In a world where every dollar counts, why pay full price when you can get more for less at Surplus Products for You? We connect buyers with a wide range of consumer goods and commercial surplus inventory. Whether you're looking for discounted electronics, office supplies, home goods, hosiery, or industrial equipment, our platform offers a diverse selection at competitive prices. Our user-friendly website makes it easy to find what you need, secure your payments, and get shipping straight to your door. We ensure a seamless shopping experience. New products are added daily, so there's always something new to discover. You can shop with confidence knowing you're getting value for your money. Join us at surplusproductsforyou.com and explore a world of surplus treasures today.